No.
No? What effect do these drugs have on you?
No.
And do you notice the difference in your ability to, when you talk to people, converse with people, sit down to read a book, whether these drugs have any effect on your ability to think, understand, make decisions?
No.
They don't?
No.
Do these drugs have any effect on your ability to recall events and testify accurately or relate events accurately?
No.
Do these drugs have any effect on your ability to know truth from an untruth?
No.
And do you understand the difference between truth and a lie?
Yes.
Do you mind me asking, how far did you proceed through school?
I graduated.
Graduated from high school?
Yes.
Good for you. Yesterday when you came in to testify, were you under the influence of any other drugs?
No.
You're under oath. Nothing else.
No.
Have the doctors ever told you that there is taking these two drugs together and increase the effect that it has on your ability to think, understand, and make important decisions?
No.
No? Would you consent to having a drug test, to providing court staff, female court staff, with a urine sample?
Yes.
You would?
Mhm.
Well, maybe after we take a break here in a little bit, we'll take care of that.
Okay.
Mr. Savoni, do you have any questions for this witness?
Just
All right. You don't have anyone here in the courtroom who's going to testify on this matter, do you?
But no, you have to be done.
Down the hall.
Yes, sir.
Very well. Your witness.
Good morning, Rebekah.
Good morning.
Rebekah, you're taking Prozac for depression and anxiety,
Yes.
and the Lamictal. The judge asked you why you're taking that, and you answered that you didn't know why.
Yeah.
Do you recall testifying yesterday?
Yeah.
Do you recall all of what you testified to yesterday?
Yeah.
Do you recall that I asked you about what drugs you were taking, what prescription drugs you were taking?
Yes.
And you recall that you told me that you take Prozac?
Yes.
And you recall that you said it was for depression and anxiety?
Yes.
And you recall that you told me you take Lamictal?
Yeah.
And you recall that you told me that was for bipolar?
Yes.
So when the judge asked you why you're taking Lamictal, you told him you didn't know, but you do know. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why did you not tell the judge the truth?
I don't know.
I couldn't hear your response.
I don't know.
Do you know what the dosage is of the Lamictal you're taking?
No.
Do you know what the dosage is of the Prozac you're taking?
No.
Is your medication located in the jail right now?
Yes.
The judge asked you another question. He asked you if you did any other drugs other than those two that you're prescribed, the Lamictal and the Prozac. And you told him no.
Mhm.
Did you tell the judge the truth that time?
Yes.
Why did you lie about your diagnosis and tell him the truth about not taking any street drugs.
Objection to the characterization of the lie, Your Honor.
I know the Lamictal is for bipolar disorder, but I don't know exactly why they prescribed it to me.
When the judge asked you why it was prescribed, when I asked you why it was prescribed to you, you said because of bipolar, correct?
Yes.
When the judge asked you that, you said you didn't know. Now, if you really don't remember your testimony yesterday, please tell the judge.
I remember.
You don't remember?
I do.
You do remember. So it was just straight out, you just lied to the judge, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Distinguished question, Ms. Wood?
Sure. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yesterday, when the judge asked about your medication, talked about the anxiety that you suffer. You have that.
Yes.
You know that.
Yes.
With respect to bipolarism, do you even know what that is?
No.
If you don't know what that is, would you know why Lamictal was being prescribed for you?
No.
So, yesterday, you didn't hesitate to say that you had bipolar, and that's why they were giving you Lamictal, correct?
Yes.
Nobody had to force that out of you. You told the judge you're taking 2 medications, right?
Yes.
Now, today, you know that you're taking the Prozac or whatever for anxiety, correct?
Yes.
You know that.
Yes.
And do you have anxiety?
Yes.
When you're doing an 11-year stretch, one would assume you're having some anxiety.
Yes.
You're also in a courtroom full of people, and you're
I've not objected to the leading questions because I've tried to facilitate the hearing, but we're going to go into something about her being in prison and that causes depression.
There's no jury.
I'm not going to object.
I don't think the rules necessarily apply. He's the last person on this witness. Court's going to give you some latitude in terms of leaving.
Thank you, Your Honor. I will rule. Thank you, Your Honor. And you are testifying in a courtroom full of people.
Yes.
And do you feel that anxiety as a result of that?
Yes.
But you can't define bipolarism, as you said. Is that correct? You don't know what that is.
No.
So when you said you didn't know about anything else, or why anything else, is that what you were referring to? That you don't know why you were taking the Lamictal?
Yes.
The very thing that you said yesterday. So is that why you say, I don't know why I didn't tell the judge this morning that
Yes.
you're also taking Lamictal?
Yes.
Is it some big secret with you that you're taking those 2 drugs?
No.
Judge, mischaracterization of the testimony. It
Well,
wasn't.
and I'm finished, Frank. I'm finished. So
That's why I
finished.
make my objection,
Go
counsel,
ahead.
please. The witness did not testify that she didn't tell the judge about Lamictal. She testified she didn't tell the judge about bipolar disorder today. It wasn't about the mischaracterization or lying about the drug. It was the diagnosis and why she's taking the drug. And that's the basis of my objection.
I'm satisfied the court didn't make this decision. Testimony hearing. Thank you.
Ms. Jenner,
Yes.
when you didn't tell me a few minutes ago why you were taking the Lamictal, that was a lie, right?
Yes.
When you told that to me, did you know it was a lie?
That I was taking it?
No, why you took the Lamictal?
No, I really don't know why. I just know that they prescribe it for bipolar disorder, but I don't know why they prescribed it to me. So I don't know why I'm taking it.
Well, let's assume, for what Mr. Schiavone suggested is that you lied to me earlier when you told me you didn't know for what reason you're taking the Lamictal. If that's true, if you're lying, do you know you're lying?
No.
And if you're telling the truth, do you know you're telling the truth?
Yes.
And if you are lying, do you know that you're lying?
No.
This isn't a trick question. The question is, what I want to know is, do you understand what you're doing?
Yes.
Do you understand what is the truth? And do you understand what is a lie?
Yes.
Do you understand the difference?
Yes.
And can you control what you testify to? If you want to testify to a lie, you can testify to a lie, right?
Yes.
Because you know it's a lie. And if you wanted to testify to the truth, you could testify to the truth, correct?
Yes.
And you know the difference.
Yes.
And these drugs do not affect your ability to know and understand the difference between the truth and a lie.
Yes.
That's accurate.
Yes.
But in your mind, when you didn't tell me why you take the Lamictal, that was not a lie?
No.
Tell me again why that wasn't a lie?
Because I know it's for bipolar disorder, but I don't know why they prescribed it to me.
Well, has a doctor ever told you, Ms. Kenner, diagnosing you with having a bipolar disorder?
I don't know. I know that I had an evaluation done, but I don't remember the results of it.
So you have no earthly idea why you're taking the Lamictal?
No.
It's just the doctor gives it to you, and that's what you're going to take.
Yes.
And tell me this, why did you tell Mr. Schiavone yesterday that you take it for a bipolar disorder?
That's what it's for.
That's not what you said, right? Yesterday you said, I take it because I have a bipolar disorder, right?
Yes.
So why did you answer it that way for Mr. Schiavone and then not tell me something different today? Why does it change? Why does your response change?
I don't know.
When you say I don't know, does that mean that you really can't control what words come out of your mouth?
Sometimes.
Sometimes you cannot control what words come out of your mouth?
No.
Well, describe to me when that happens, when you cannot control the words that come out of your mouth.
Whenever I'm being questioned and I'm under, like, a lot of people are watching me and I'm under a lot of stress, and sometimes I can't.
Sometimes you get what under those circumstances?
Stressed.
Sure. So when you're under stress, how does that affect what effect does that have on what words come out of your mouth?
I don't know.
What? Now, I don't want to get back to I don't know again. So whenever you're questioned by someone, you become stressed. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I get real anxious and stressed.
And when you get real anxious and stressed, what does that do to your ability to testify truthfully?
I just want to hurry up and get it done, so I just hurry up and answer the questions.
So when you hurry up and answer questions, you disregard your oath to tell the truth?
No.
So even though you're hurrying up to answer the questions, you're still answering the questions truthfully?
Yes.
You understand the difference between what is true and what is fabricated?
Yes.
Any other questions of this witness?
Yes, sir. So, Rebekah, when you told the judge this morning that you didn't know why you were taking the nickel, you didn't know you were lying. Is that true?
No.
You knew you were lying.
No.
I'm going to ask you again. When the judge asked you this morning why you were taking the nickel, and you told him you didn't know, that wasn't true, correct?
Yes.
And when you answered that way, did you believe you were telling the truth?
Yes.
But you've also told the judge that you didn't believe you were telling the truth when you told him that. Correct?
Yes.
Yesterday, when I asked you why you were taking the nickel, you answered, because I'm bipolar. Correct?
Yes.
When the judge asked you today, did you remember that you told me yesterday that you were taking it because you're bipolar?
No. I thought I said that it was for bipolar disorder.
Yes, ma'am. You did. That's what you said. But when the judge asked you, did you forget you answered the question the way you did yesterday?
No.
The judge asked you whether or not you can help yourself. Excuse me. I'm going to ask you. When someone asks you a question and you're in a hurry to answer it, whether or not you tell a lie or the truth, it can be either one, correct?
Yes.
So it's whatever comes out of your mouth at that moment.
Yes.
Correct? Even if it might be a lie, you just want to get through it.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything to write?
Nice. When you talked about wanting to get things over, does that mean that sometimes you want to go along to get along?
Yes.
So if I told you the moon was made out of green cheese, you knew that, would you say yes just to go along to get along?
Yes.
In this courtroom, however, you don't expect us to ask those type of questions, do you?
Yes.
You do or you don't?
No, I don't.
All right. Do you understand the difference between an intentional lie and something that is simply just not true?
No.
You don't know, do you know why you're taking the Lamictal? Do you actually know why you're taking it?
No, I know it's for the bipolar disorder, but I don't know why I'm taking it.
Okay. But somebody's told you, you have bipolar, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
But you don't know why. You're
Yes.
not a doctor, you don't know if you've got that or not. Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
But somebody told you that you have, so when the judge asks you, do you have bipolarism, you either say, no, I don't, or I don't know. Is that what's going on?
Yes.
But you take the Lamictal, just as you said yesterday to the judge, You take those 2 drugs, correct?
Yes.
And nothing else.
Yes.
Nobody has snuck any drug to you in the jail, now have they?
No.
The only thing you get is that prescription at night.
Yes.
Are you doing your best to tell the truth in this courtroom?
Yes.
And will you continue to do that to the best of your ability in this courtroom?
Yes.
Thank you.
Rebekah, is it a fair statement that when the question is asked of you, you just don't know whether it was going to come out a lie or the truth?
No.
That's not true?
No.
So when you do answer a question, and you do lie about it, it's intentional. Is that correct?
No.
No?
No.
It just happens. It just happens.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. Any questions?
When the jury's sitting there looking at you, and I'm looking at you, and all the lawyers are looking at you, and all these people in that back row are looking at you. You told me you just answered the question just to get through. Is that what I'm to understand?
Yes.
And when you answer a question untruthfully, you know that it's not the truth?
No.
You just throw out an answer, and you don't know whether it's truthful or untruthful. You just respond.
Yes.
Well, how do you pick how to respond? Yes or no, for example. How do you pick?
I just try to answer what they want me to answer.
So when Mr. Moser's asking you questions, Ms. Ivey's asking you questions, you'll say what you think they want to hear?
No.
When Mr. Schiavone's asking you questions, or Mr. Schiavone IV is asking you questions, then you just say what you think they want to hear?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because I'm nervous. I don't like being yelled at, and everybody in here just makes me really nervous.
So you told me that you don't care to give the answers. You're not trying to give answers that you think the prosecution wants to hear, but you want to give answers that you think the defense wants to hear.
Yes.
I didn't hear the answer, Judge. I'm so
She
sorry.
said yes. So, can I ask why you're doing that?
Because I told the prosecutors the truth about my story, so I know that they already know.
So since they already know the truth, you don't care if you tell the truth to them today?
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's not what you told me a minute ago. A minute ago you said you're not trying to please them. And maybe that's not true. So we got on this question of whether or not you're trying to please the prosecutors. You're saying, I'm not trying to please the prosecutors, but you're trying, then you said you're trying to please the defense attorneys.
Yes.
Can I ask why are you trying to please the defense attorneys?
Because the prosecutors already know what happened. I told them everything, so I don't feel like I have to please them. And Mr. Schiavone, he doesn't know the whole story. He doesn't know my side, and I just feel like when he's coming at me, I just have to agree with him.
When Mr. Laguna, the court's bailiff, gave you the oath a few minutes ago, remember that?
Yes.
Tell me in your own words what that means to you.
It means that you'll get on the stand and you'll testify against somebody and tell them what you did or what they did.
Well, what else does it need to be?
To get up there and tell the truth.
This whole thing is about whether or not you know the difference between the truth and a lie. And whether or not the answer is yes, I do. What is your answer to that? Do you understand the difference between the truth and a lie?
Yes.
And even when you're feeling pressure, no matter who's asking you the questions, do you understand the difference between the truth and a lie?
Yes.
So if you lie or say something that's untruthful in response to that question, you know that you're doing it.
I don't know at the time till after I say it.
You don't know until after you say it.
Yeah.
Well, tell me how that works. I mean, I don't quite understand.
Like if he asks me something and then I answer right away, and then that's when I realize that it's not true after I say it.
How long does that take? Like, almost immediately?
No.
I mean, you start thinking about it and say, oh, that's not right.
Yeah.
So does it take like 5 seconds? 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Would you figure out, oh, that wasn't true?
Yes.
So, did that happen to you yesterday when you were testifying?
Yes.
Did you ever then stop and correct the person who was asking you the questions and say, well, wait a minute. What I said a minute ago wasn't true. I want to change my response. You didn't do that, did you?
No.
So if you swore to tell the truth, you gave your oath, your word, your bond, you were going to tell the truth. How can you just respond without thinking about what you're saying, knowing later on, seconds later, that it's untrue? Isn't that a violation of your oath to tell the truth?
Yes.
What does that mean to you to violate an oath?
That it's a lie.
Okay, what else are you?
Repeat your answer.
That it's a lie.
Skinner, how am I to know when you're telling me the truth and when you're just answering the question without thinking about it?
I just want to say what I see him do. I know what he did, and I saw it, and that's all I want to get out.
Well, that's all well and good. You understand we have to trial.
Yeah.
And we got to do it in a fair fashion, right?
Yes.
That means everybody's got to come in here and tell the truth, right?
Yes.
That means everybody's got to listen to the question, think about the response, and then answer truthfully, right?
Yes.
It doesn't work when people do what you say you do, does it?
No.
So how would you suggest that? Strike that. Back to the question, maybe you answered it. If I let you testify in this case, how do I know that you're giving thoughtful, truthful responses to the questions that the lawyers are asking?
I'll stop and think about it before I answer it.
But you're telling me yesterday that's not what you did, or did you do that yesterday?
No,
No what?
I didn't do that.
Did you only do that when Mr. Schiavone was asking you questions, or did you do that when Ms. Hiley Ms. Hiley asked you questions?
Schiavone?
Only for Mr. Schiavone?
Yes.
And that goes back to what you told me before, because since you already told the detectives and you told the grand jury your story to them, tell me again why you picked Mr. Schiavone not to answer the questions truthfully, but you answer the questions truthfully.
Because I don't like being yelled at, and he doesn't know the story, so whenever he starts questioning me, even if something he says isn't true, I go along with it and I just agree with him.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
So, you go along with what Mr. Moser says? Is that what you're telling me, Joe?
Yes.
So you answered him truthfully?
Yes.
Correct? And when Mr. Moser stood up here a little while ago and asked you if the moon was made of green cheese, you said yes, didn't you?
No.
Do you remember what you said?
Yes.
What did you say when Mr. Moser asked you that question?
No.
Rebekah, you told Mr. Moser that you thought that the moon was made of green cheese. So it doesn't matter, does it? Whether it's me, whether it's Mr. Moser, you just answer. Whether it's true or not. Correct?
No.
You told the judge that. You told the judge that you should answer because you want people to quit asking you questions. Did you answer that one?
Yes.
Is the moon made out of green cheese?
No.
Why did you say it was?
I didn't know I was saying it was. I thought he was asking me if I go along with that. Yes, I would go along with that, but I know it's not made out of green cheese.
So when Mr. Moser said, would you go along with the fact that the moon is made of green cheese,
Yes.
you answered yes,
Yes.
because that's the answer you thought Mr. Moser wanted.
No, he was asking me if I would go along with it if somebody said that, and yes, I would.
Not because it's true, but because Mr. Moser said it, correct?
Yes.
Huh. Thank you.
So you would go along with, back to the green cheese, when you asked, would you go along if I said the moon was made of green cheese? And you said yes, right?
Yes.
I forgot the question I was going to ask. Mine was terrible anyways. All right. Well, I'm going to have someone on our court staff, with your consent, come down and take a urine sample and we'll test it for drugs.
Okay.
Do you have any objection to that?
No.
Are you telling me the truth this time?
Yes.
Very well. Let's take the Ms. Kenner downstairs for a few minutes. Thank you very much. Well, wherever Elizabeth would like to do this.
Thank you.
Deputies, would you work with my staff to figure out where this test station occurred? The defendant, this counsel, wish to call anybody else, any other witnesses on the issue of confidence or present any evidence?
Excuse me, Judge. We're not, Judge. We're not.
All right, does the state have any evidence that you wish to present on the issue of competency?
Right.
Where do you go?
Your Honor, there was a forensic evaluation done by Dr. Kurthoff. The court has that in its record. It talks about drugs and the evaluation of Ms. Kinner. So I support that for this case.
Do you have a copy of it there?
I do have a copy of it.
All right, has it been marked as considered?
It has not, but I'm happy to do that.
I'll be honest, I'm sure I've read it, but
Will the court put a brief argument on the issue at this point, or do you want that reserved for later?
well, let's get through the evidentiary portion, then we'll give you all the argument you want.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate that.
What time is it? Oh, I advise the jury to check back 30 minutes or so. No promises.
Your Honor, may I use the restroom?
I'm not
Yes.
sure what the exhibit.
Will this be a Roman numeral?
That would be great. Thank you.
Any
Roman
objections
numeral?
to a joint exhibit Roman numeral?
I was going to suggest, Judge, Defense Exhibit T is that forensic evaluation.
Oh, okay.
You've already got it marked?
Entire.
Yeah, I'm-
Page of it.
No, it is. It's the
Oh, I
entire
know.
report.
Okay.
And I have no objection to it being received in evidence.
Why?
Well, for this purpose, the state has no objection.
Limited purpose for this.
I understand. That's fine.
The competency hearing only, it will be received as evidence.
Yes, sir.
For the record. And it's, what letter?
T.
T.
So somewhere in this packet I had
Green sheets.
Would you join me on? Dismiss the case, Mr. Prosecutor. That's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do, and you know it.
Get out of here.
You've got an obligation to do
Get
it.
out of here. Don't point your finger at me.
Oh, you just pointed yours at mine, at my face, but it didn't. It's not funny, like, you see what's going on, this is a miscarriage of justice, and you know it.
Counsel, we're on the record.
Excuse me,
You wish to
Judge.
engage in all this, you'll do it outside of my presence.
Excuse me, Judge, I didn't realize you were still on.
Testify, Judge.
Yes, Mr. Moser will step out with you, and you guys can go out there and talk to each other if that's what you want to do.
I would love to.
We'll take a short recess from the record. I'm going to remain here.
I saw that, and I was pleased to see that.
Mike, we'll get started here in a couple minutes, don't go far.